Episode 393. Are women the losers from AI in the workplace?
The primitive forms of artificial intelligence we already have proved very useful.
AI is a golden opportunity.
How do we ensure that this technology is regulated?
The long arc of technological history is now in an extraordinary new phase.
The AI 6 podcast with Joanne Sweeney.
An editorial in the Irish Times newspaper last week suggested that women may be the losers when it comes to AI in the workforce. Female-dominated occupations are almost twice as likely to face disruption as male-dominated ones. Hello and welcome back to AI 6, and I'm on a mission to provide free AI literacy and education through this podcast, through my monthly free webinars, and through my blogs and my LinkedIn newsletter, Human in the Loop. So if you're feeling a little bit left behind, then maybe commit just 6 minutes a day. So the Irish Times editorial draws on a research brief published by the International Labour Organization and published on the 5th of March. It's titled Gen AI, Occupational Segregation and Gender Equality in the World of Work. The headline finding is that female-dominated occupations are almost twice as likely to be exposed to generative AI as male-dominated ones. The Irish Times editorial argues that Ireland may be particularly exposed. 11% of all Irish job postings at the end of 2025 referenced AI, 3 times the share recorded in either the EU or the US. And that's according to Indeed's 2026 Ireland Jobs and Hiring Trends report. McKinsey's study on women in tech is also worth noting here. It suggests that EU women are already underrepresented across tech, but it's a trend that appears to be getting worse. The report states, as AI redistributes value towards more advanced hybrid roles, the region faces a pivotal choice, whether to allow existing gender gaps to widen or to see women as a critical lever in building the next generation of AI leadership. At the same time, Irish youth unemployment has been climbing since the third quarter of 2024. By the second quarter of last year, the rate had hit 13.2%, up from 12% the previous year. By December, it was 14.1%, and 8 consecutive monthly rises were visible, with almost 8,000 more young people unemployed than a year earlier. The CSO and Indeed point to the same cause. Firms are pulling back on entry-level hiring. And the roles quietly being defunded are receptionists, schedulers, administrators, customer service. And these are the roles that the ILO flags as a route into stable employment for older women with narrower formal qualifications and for young women just starting out. And if you listen to a previous AI 6 episode on AI voice agents, you'll remember the cost is now 7 to 12 cents a minute, and that is technology actively replacing the receptionist role. EU women already earn around 12% less than men and participate in the workforce at a rate roughly 10 points lower. McKinsey's March 2026 report, Women in Tech and AI in Europe, found that women's share of core European tech roles has fallen from 22% in 2023 to 19% in 2025. That's a 3-point decline. And the largest entry-level drops are in product development, down 17%, and software engineering, down 13%. So women are losing ground in the roles being automated, and they are losing ground in the roles that are growing in the AI age. Now, you absolutely could read the Irish Times editorial story as a gender equity story. It is that. But for anyone working in HR, learning and development, procurement, or leadership, it's a leadership question. The decisions being made right now about AI rollouts, about which entry-level roles to backfill, about which workflows to automate first, are the decisions shaping who has access to stable employment in the next 5 years. I work mostly with women because they are predominantly the ones working in marketing, media and communications. And I am training them to excel in their careers. I am explicit that they need these skills to remain relevant, but also to demonstrate new competencies to leadership and inform how AI can be integrated. I even go further to say that women should be leading in the AI age because AI is communications, not coding. And we need to make sure that when we are drawing up agentic workflows and when we are having that human AI balance, that the voice of women is at the leadership table and not that their jobs are becoming redundant because of AI. So if you're buying AI tools that automate any roles that are deeply affecting one side of your organization, one pool of staff, then ask yourself the question, are we disrupting and creating gender inequity in our organization in favor of AI? And Janine Berg, the ILO senior economist who co-authored the research, said it clearly. The impact of generative AI on women's jobs is not predetermined. With the right policies, social dialogue, and gender-responsive design, the ILO argues we can avoid reinforcing existing discrimination. But that requires choices, and those choices are being made now inside organisations like yours. So if this is a question that is puzzling you, if it's a question that you're dealing with head on, I'd love to speak to you on the long listen, so get in touch. That's it for today's show. If you're ready to turn these insights into skills, here's how I can help. Get your copy of my book, AI Playbook, on Amazon. It's the perfect companion to the show. For weekly AI strategy, subscribe to my newsletter, Human in the Loop, on LinkedIn. Or if you want to take the next big step, you can take our CPD accredited professional diploma in AI. Maybe you need something more tailored for your organisation. You can book a call in my calendar at digitaltraining.ie. Or if you work in government or public sector, go over to publicsectormarketingpros.com. If you found this episode useful, please share it with a pro that you know. And I'd love to read your comments on Spotify. And if you can, take a second to like, rate, or subscribe wherever you listen. It really helps the show. This is AI6. I'll talk to you on the next episode.